Good afternoon. I'm Renee Miller, the Executive Director of the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce, and I'd love to welcome you all today to the 83rd Annual Meeting and Business Awards. It is going to be a great afternoon here this morning. The networking has already been taking place, and I have to say, we have an absolutely amazing crowd of people here today. We have some amazing awardee winners this year, and we are excited to celebrate them, as well as the induction of our new board members coming on. And to start this event, I'd like to bring up First Selectman of North Haven, Mike Frieda, to the stage to say a few words. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Renee. It's a great pleasure to be here. It's good to be back with everybody here. I'd like to say congratulations to all those here, recipients, nominees. It's a great pleasure to be part of this. And I'd also like to acknowledge each and every one of you and recognize each and every one of you for being a very important part of the fabric of our respective communities. Here in North Haven, and my friend Mayor Vinnie Cerrone in Wallingford, we truly appreciate what you do. You tend to be the backbone of our communities. You help our communities. You donate to our communities. You sponsor our communities in many respects. You've created jobs. You have people who work within our communities who work for you. And we can never let that go unnoticed about how important each of you are and how important this Chamber of Commerce is. We will continue always to support this Chamber of Commerce. We work very closely with them, and we always want to say thank you for what you do. So it's great to be back here. I enjoy this venue very much. I've seen a lot of friends of mine here today whom I've spoken with, and I look forward to continuing to work with each and every one of you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Mike. We're really looking forward to our North Haven Festival that's going to be taking place this fall, and great community to be able to do that with, and our partnership with North Haven just keeps on growing, and the business community is growing as well. Next, I'd like to welcome up Wallingford Mayor Vinnie Cerrone to say a few words on behalf of the town of Wallingford. Mayor.
Thank you, Renee. Good afternoon, everyone. Mike, thank you for always the kind words, and I am glad that I am following the more experienced. So, who is not excited for the 83rd annual meeting of the Quinnipiac Chamber? We're all excited. Thank you. Here we are, surrounded by this distinguished group of professionals, business community leaders, and award winners as we set off for another remarkable year. 83 years. Let's talk about what you can anticipate at 83. So I asked AI what it thought. Age 83 marks a significant milestone in life's journey, as individuals often embody years of wisdom, experience, and resilience. While aging is deeply personal and varies widely from individual to individual, there are several common aspects of life and health that tend to characterize this phase. You'd know. As people reach their 80s, you're not that old, but you're in the business. Physical changes become more pronounced, mobility may decrease due to conditions such as arthritis or weakened muscles, and energy levels may be lower than in earlier years. Vision and hearing may continue to decline, which might require aids such as glasses or hearing devices. It's also common for individuals to experience changes in balance and coordination, increasing the risk of falls. Regular physical activity tailored to one's ability can help maintain strength and flexibility. Cognitive aspects. At 83, cognitive processes may show signs of slowing. Memory lapses can become more frequent, though many individuals maintain sharp minds, especially with regular mental stimulation, such as reading, puzzles, or engaging in meaningful conversations. For some, cognitive decline may be more severe, leading to conditions like dementia or Alzheimer's, which require specialized care and support. Many individuals continue to participate actively in their communities, whether through volunteer work, attending events, or sharing their expertise in mentorship roles. Social connections are crucial, not only for emotional well-being, but also for overall health. Maintaining health is a priority at this age. Regular checkups, screenings, and preventative care are essential to manage chronic conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, or heart disease. Many individuals rely on routine medications, therapies, or assistive devices to improve their quality of life. At 83, many individuals reflect on their lives and legacy they wish to leave. This might involve sharing stories, documenting family histories, or engaging in philanthropy. Sound familiar? It's a time to celebrate achievements, build deeper connections, and focus on the values and memories one wishes to pass on to future generations. But here's where the Quinnipiac Chamber is at age 83. Celebrating a long, fulfilling life. Time to embrace gratitude for the experiences that have shaped one's existence. Life at 83 is a testament to resilience, adaptability, and growth. While it brings its share of challenges, it also offers countless opportunities for reflection, connection, and continued development. That's kind of where the Quinnipiac Chamber is now, right? Celebrating resilience, adaptability in this ever-changing business environment and prosperity. All the partnerships that all your members share with our towns, Wallingford and North Haven. We are grateful for all of you. Let's celebrate what happened last year and what's going to happen this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Cervoni and First Selectman Mike Frieda. Thank you very much. My name is Gary Carleglio. I'm the Vice President of Sales at the and Relationship Management with the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce. We are delighted again to have everyone in the room today. It's with great pride that I get to represent the business community here in Wallingford and North Haven. We are so fortunate for the support that we have with our annual investors every year. So we're going to do the roll call because you deserve it. We wouldn't be here without your support. Our premier partner, and I saw Chris Olbrich today. Thank you for your sponsorship. Olbrich Stainless Steels and Specialty Metals. Star supporters. ACES, Area Cooperative Educational Services. Nucor Steel, Connecticut. Inframetals. ROM America, corporate sponsors, Allnex, BIC USA, DiMartino Outdoor Media, Ferguson and McGuire Insurance, GSB, soon to be Ascend Bank. Thank you for your sponsorship. Holochrome Company, Image 360, Kimco Supply Corp of New England, Lipper International, a new corporate sponsor, Live Nation Premium Experiences, Toyota Oakdale. If you haven't taken in a show, I've taken in a number recently. Get out there. It's a wonderful venue. Record Journal, Sims Metal, TD Bank, the Farms Country Club, and Wallingford Magazine. Our business partners, American Eagle Financial Credit Union, Choate Rosemary Hall, Comcast Business, Gaylord Specialty Healthcare, One Source Companies, Pat Munger Construction, RP Design Web Services, South Broad Kitchen and Bath, United Illuminating. Now, to our event sponsors here and our presenting sponsor for this event, BIC USA, keynote speaker sponsor, Brett Amendola and his group, Worcester Square Wealth Advisors, thank you. Olbrich Stainless Steels and Specialty Metals, our award sponsor, Inframetals, Pat Munger Construction, Holochrome, Rotary Club of Wallingford, GSB, soon to be Ascend Bank. They're in a rebranding, in a merger. Record Journal, our event sponsors, Allnex, Camco Supply Corp of New England, Nucor Steel, Connecticut, Outfront Media, Quinnipiac University, Gaylord Specialty Healthcare, South Broad Kitchen and Bath, DiMartino Outdoor Media. A big thanks to Access AV for the screens you see and the production you have here today. Jeff Holtz and his team. Ed Tankis at Blue Plate Radio Entertainment for the wonderful music we had in pre-event. Bruce Schneider with Captivate Video. Thank you for your work today. Mary Bush, again, portrait designed by Mary Bush, our staff photographer. And your program today is done by Tyco Print and Promo. That is a wonderful program, great quality. They deliver on time, and they're the best. Our grand prize sponsor, we do have a giveaway. It's 40,000 points to put towards some airline tickets for Breeze Airways. So thank you to them. Let's give everybody a round of applause. I told Renee I'm just going to go off script just a little bit. I want to personally thank Dave Rodriguez, our board chair, the outgoing board chair. Dave, you did a terrific job. Your culmination with this event, you're leaving, we're bringing Nick Lombardi in. We are at an all-time high this year in terms of attendance and sponsor support. So again, everybody, a big thank you from the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce, and I'd also be remiss to acknowledge my colleagues, Renee Miller, Maribel Carrion, and also Matt Iavani. Terrific job setting up this event. It makes it easy, to sell sponsors when we run beautiful events like this. Thank you again. So at this time, I want to bring up our friends from BIC USA, Matt Burge and Taylor Page, to give a few remarks on behalf of BIC, their 10th consecutive year as the presenting sponsor of this event. You know, I've had a relationship with Allison Avery for the past decade. She's dedicated to the community. It's part of BIC's DNA. They're going to continue to support, and we are so grateful. So at this time, please, Matt and Taylor, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Ladies first. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. BIC USA is very excited to be sponsoring this wonderful event. We work very closely with the Chamber and really benefit from our partnership. BIC USA is a global company. We're all over the U.S., we're all over globally, but our heart and soul in the U.S. is really in Wallingford and North Haven. So we love this community. We love all of the support and partnerships we get from the Chamber and this community. Congratulations to all of the award winners today. The work you're doing is just wonderful to support our communities. So I get the esteemed pleasure of working with the people all day, but Matt Berge over here gets to work with what we do. So he's going to share a few words about what we do at BIC USA. Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Once again, just to reiterate, thank you all, the winners, the keynote speaker who's coming in, Judy. Thanks all your employees for everything you do for the community. So it always takes a tribe to get through everything. So thank you for being the people in the community who make this area so great. So what does BIC do? Well, it's my first day at the job. They asked me to come and give a talk, and now I've got to figure out what we do. So, no, actually, BIC is a specialty chemical producer. Now, what does that mean? When we put specialty before the chemical, we can charge more money, is really what we can do. That's really about it. No, our main businesses are paint, plastic, gas, and oil. But when it comes to it, it's paint. And everybody says that watching paint dry is pretty boring. Well, in the lab, it's actually really, really fun. So the best way I can explain it is that our specialty chemicals in the paint industry, if you remember, I remember growing up in the 80s, my dad was always going to tell me, let's go paint the bedroom, right? And I was like, great, let's go paint. I get to paint finally. No, I sat there and just stirred that paint all day while my dad did all the great work, right? And that's because our chemicals actually help that paint to basically not settle over time. So now that you buy chemicals, it doesn't take as much time to mix it up, and you can slather it on and you can do stuff. We're looking at sustainable ways to do it, bio-based materials. We're trying to lower carbon footprints. We're trying to also look at making it more sustainable. For you guys, when you paint the room, you don't want to keep the windows open in the middle of the winter so you smell like chemicals, right? So we're looking at water-based paint. So that's my quick 2-minute things that I've learned in the last day. I'm just kidding. I've been there for 10 years, but love to talk anything more. But once again, thank you, everybody. Thanks to the Chamber. Really, we can't do it alone. We have to work together. And I look forward to hearing all the presentations and hearing the keynote speaker.
Wonderful. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Allison was running a little late from BIC, and I'd just like to... No, she was... Don't throw her under the bus. But I'd love to have her come up. This relationship that we have with BIC, to have had them as our presenting sponsor for the past 10 years, it means a lot, and I know it means a lot when it comes to them and their partnership with us. So, Allison, please say a few words.
Thank you very much. I was hoping to sneak in there. Obviously not. But thank you very much, Matt, for covering for me, and Taylor. Yeah, it's really great to see such a gathering here, and it's really an honor to be a sponsor and help this event come off every year. You know, and it's really a great anchor for the community to celebrate so much talent and so much energy that goes into making this a great place to have a business, to live, to work. So I would thank everybody that's made the contributions this year. I really look forward to hearing what it is we're, celebrating this year. It should be excellent. So, inspiring event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Allison. So I get the pleasure of addressing for the state of the chamber. Garrett Sheehan is not able to be here with us today. He is celebrating his daughter's 5th grade graduation. I know. It just touches your heartstrings when it comes to kids. So I get to talk a little bit about the state of the chamber, and I'm right in the thick of it, being inside this role for the past year. We are growing instrumentally. We gained probably about almost 100 new members this past year alone. We're gaining new sponsors on a regular basis, and our commitment to the community is just ever growing. We know things are challenging right now with the way that the economy is. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We don't know what the stock market's going to do. We don't know what the tariffs are going to do. We don't know. We're just kind of sort of gliding through. But the bottom line of it is the chamber's here to be able to grow the community and be here as a connection and a beacon of hope to know the fact that we're in this together. We're in the thick of it. No matter what, we're going to go ahead and be there by your side every step of the way. The Chamber has also had the honor of being able to be the Chamber Choice Award of the year last year, and we're in the running again this year. So we're doing great things there when it comes to the fact of the representation in the state of Connecticut and the central region, and what we're doing with keeping things thriving and keeping things growing and being impactful to our business community. Now I'd like to go ahead and turn it over to our board chair, Dave Rodriguez. But I will say a few words about Dave before he gets to come up here. I had the privilege of coming on board a little over a year ago, and Dave was part of the panel of individuals that had interviewed me, and he has made the transition of me being in this role seamless. I've never felt more welcomed. Dave is so committed to the chamber and what we do and what we represent. I will be sad to have him step down as our chair, but I do know the fact that Nick is coming in his place, and I know that I have another individual that is going to step up to the plate and ensure the fact that we have good leadership when it comes to the organization that we have here. But I would like to present Dave with a plaque of thanks, and also he is a huge golf buff, just to let everybody know, so we do also have a foursome for you for here.
First, I'd like to ask your forgiveness. This is, Wallingford is my passion. Having leadership such as First Selectman Frida and Mayor Vinnie, it's apparent that their passion for the community and their leadership sets the environment for businesses and members of the chamber to be successful. So without their leadership and guidance, we wouldn't be able to do the things we do, and I think that's for all of us, so thank you. It's been a productive 2 years. It really has. And the staff is unbelievable. So behind the scenes, Maribel, Matt, Gary, Garrett, I can't thank you enough to see firsthand what it takes to run an organization such as this, to put on events, the calendar of events that we do, and pull them all off successfully is just a wonder. So thank you so much to the staff. I would also like to thank our extended family, the Greater New Haven Chamber, which has been a key partnership for us. The collaboration has served both chambers well, and it will in the future. When I started my term, the priority was the executive director search. The result, I would have to say, from a board standpoint, has been our biggest success. Renee hit the ground running. She was open to input. She executed the game plan that she had put before us in the interview process. Her passion is the community, both North Haven and Wallingford. And one of the key tipping points for me was that she really wanted to bring North Haven more into the fold. So we weren't just going to be a Wallingford-centric chamber. We are the Quinnipiac Chamber. And so everything she does is to strive, including the festival, the North Haven Festival, which First Selectman Frieda was very supportive on, is all about our region, right? So we don't see the border. If we can benefit both towns, and we do, she just pushes forward on those. And so, Renee, I think I want to thank you for your passion, and the metrics tell the story of your success, your leadership, and the intangibles is the relationships and the long-term relationships that you've built that will pay us so many dividends going forward. So thank you, Renee. Today's the last meeting of a long-time and dedicated board member, Tara Knapp. Where's Tara? Tara. I can't look at Tara because I'll Tara has a passion for Wallingford. She's got a passion for the chamber. I want to thank you, Tara, for your advice and counsel when I stepped into this position and the years of our friendship that goes beyond the chamber. And your sense of humor, most of all. She's got a terrific sense of humor, even out on the deck as we took the committee photo, the board photo. And so, Tara, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you. To the new board members, what a talented group. We just, after today, we get better. The talent that we're bringing in, that Renee has put forth for the votes to join us, we just, the value that you'll bring is amazing. So we are getting better, and in our continuous improvement efforts, it's going to happen after you're brought on board today. So welcome to the new members. To our outgoing members, including Tara, thank you so much for your dedication and hard work. Nick, I look forward to working with you. Nick and I have become friends over the years. We've worked on a lot of different initiatives. There's nobody better that I could think of to pass the gavel to, Nick. So I look forward to watching you do your thing with Renee and leading us into the next stage of the Chamber's efforts. A final thought, our goal of supporting business in the region is a partnership. It truly is a partnership. In my eyes, Ulbrich is the gold standard. They exemplify everything we strive to be. I want to thank Chris Ulbrich and his team for everything they do for the community. It's 100 years of innovation, 100 years of loyalty to their employees. Their community outreach is second to none. What they do to support the nonprofits, the youth organizations, the businesses, the mentoring of other businesses, there's a lot of things that Ulbrich doesn't get credit for. Chris and his team are so generous with their time. So as leaders in their sector, they pass that knowledge on to others. Time is precious, right? And they take the time out to mentor others in this room and some not. And so, Chris, I don't know where you're seated, but I just want to say yes, thank you. The Centennial celebration was fantastic. A true tribute, again, employee-centric. It was more about the people you employ and the community that you support than the business itself. It didn't go unrecognized to me or anybody else who was there. So just a first-class operation. And I just want you to know, our company models a lot of what we do on what you do. So thank you for being a leader. Thank you. With that, I will turn to the business of the meeting. The following items shall be presented to the membership for a vote. A full amendment to the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce bylaws was presented and passed by the Bylaws Committee and presented and passed by the Executive Committee and full Board of Directors. I would now welcome a motion from the floor to approve the amendment to the bylaws. Do I have a motion? Second the motion. All in favor? The ayes have it. Next one. I will call for a vote. It is now time to turn our attention to the election of directors and executive officers for 2025. Our board members work hard and commit themselves to the chamber all year long. We wish to recognize and give special thanks to our outgoing board members. Please stand. Tara Knapp of Gaylord Specialty Healthcare. Sandra Gutowski of Newport, Connecticut Steel. Now I'd like to introduce our newly proposed incoming board members, and please stand as I call your name. Jessica Burdacki, Newport Steel. Nick Greco, Inframetals. Joseph McAndrew, Gaylord Specialty Healthcare. Kevin O'Rourke, Fish Window Cleaning. John Reese, Live Nation Premium Experiences. And we would now like to recognize our existing board members as follows. And would you please stand as I call your name? Frank Apuzzo, Apuzzo Associates. John Bow, Quinnipiac University. Robert Black, Bernie. Oh, okay. Maria Campos Harlow, United Way. Karen Del Charo, Delta Marketing. Marcus DeVito, Worcester Square Advisors. Mary Hudemach, Holochrome. Carolina Irizarry, Allnex. Courtney Midori, Hartford Healthcare. Lisandra Mahias Salinas, SCOW. Lisandra. Taylor Page, BIC USA. Alicia Perzanowski, Ulbrich Stainless Steels. Bianca Rapuano, Hearst Media. Elaine Sain of ACES. And we would like to recognize our officers for the Executive Committee as follows, and would you please stand as your name is called? Board Chair at Large, Nicholas Lombardi, OneSource. Board Vice Chair, Karen Delvecchio. Pat Munger Construction. Karen. Board Treasurer, Dominic Scarano, Bailey Scarano CPAs. Board Vice Treasurer, Patrick Durbin, Choate Rosemary Hall. Board Secretary, Christy Damling of TD Bank. Rep at Large, Deanna Damasi of Camco Supply. Rep at Large, Kim Magalhaes, Masonic Care. I would welcome a motion from the floor to approve the slate of board of directors and executive officers. May I have a motion? Motion, thank you, Tara. Do I have a second? Second. Are there any other nominations from the floor? Seeing none, I will call for a vote. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed will say no. The motion passes. So let's have all of our executive committee members and elected board members please stand for another round of applause. Where's the gavel? Nick Lombardi, would you please come forward? I'd like to officially pass the gavel to new board chair Nick Lombardi.
Tell everybody how you feel. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
Hi, everyone. Brought some nice weather today. Nice to see you all here. Really happy to be here. It's exciting. It's a long time coming. So I want to thank you all for the warm welcome and the confidence you've placed in me. I'm honored to accept the role as board chair for the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce. I'd first like to recognize someone who's given me so much to this chamber, given to the chamber, to the community, my friend Dave Rodriguez. Round of applause. Dave, your leadership, your dedication, your tireless work as chairman have left a lasting impact. On behalf of all of us, thank you for your service and for helping us guide us through such a time of growth, through transition, and you've set the bar very high, and I'm grateful to be following in your footsteps. Thank you, Dave. Another round of applause. I said it was a long time coming because my road at the chamber has been pretty long and bumpy along the way. I joined the Quinnipiac Chamber in March of 2014 as a new business owner looking to expand my network. I didn't know anybody in the business community. 11 years later, as I look around this room, I see friends, colleagues, customers, business associates, and people who have been there for me through all the ups and downs in my life and in business. Something I'm very grateful for. My journey has led me here today, standing in front of you. Now I'm motivated to give back to the community who's given me so much. So thank you all for that. I believe that this chamber is a vital force in supporting our local businesses, advocating for smart growth, and strengthening the fabric of our community. I'm excited to build on the momentum with all of you. Our team, Garrett, Renee, Matt, and Gary, are talented, hardworking, professional, and they're well-connected. Thank you for your dedication, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with each of you. As we look ahead, we'll work together to expand opportunities for our members, support entrepreneurship and innovation, and ensure the voice of business remains strong throughout the region. The best way to feel part of a community, in my opinion, is to get involved. I would like to thank all the outgoing board members for their service. I'd like to welcome the new board members to our team. And I also want to invite any one of you in this room who wants to get involved to please reach out to me. Thank you all so much. Back to you, Renee.
Thanks, Nick. Like I said, I have such an amazing team. Nick coming on board now as the new board chair, and I'm very excited for the year that's coming in forward. We strictly go ahead and look for board members and finding people that are going to be involved, impactful, and finding a way to make this chamber even better. And I'm very excited for the board that has come on board for this particular year. We're going to make great things happen all together, and I'm very excited to work with all of you. I would now like to go ahead and bring forward Brett Amendola, the managing partner of Worcester Square Wealth Advisors, as he introduces our keynote speaker. Brett?
Thank you, Renee. Good afternoon, everyone. I had to check, it's still the afternoon. I'm proud to say I'm a member of the Quinnipiac Chamber. I'm very proud to say I'm a Quinnipiac alumnus, and I'm very honored to say I'm a member of the Board of Trustees at Quinnipiac. And certainly a shout out to any of the other Bobcats that happen to be in the room. It's my great honor to introduce someone whose leadership has not only shaped Quinnipiac, but left an indelible mark on higher education and our surrounding communities. That person is my friend Judy Olian. Since arriving 7 years ago, Judy has led with vision, urgency, and resolve. Within her first year, Judy coalesced our entire community around a strategic plan to position Quinnipiac as the university of the future, a plan we and she delivered on again and again. Under Judy's leadership, Quinnipiac attracted growing numbers of students, faculty in fields where the future is being written. She launched new degrees, adult learning programs, and forged innovative partnerships with chamber members including Hartford Healthcare, M&T Bank, as well as PepsiCo. These partnerships continue to open doors for our students and strengthen Quinnipiac's role in Connecticut's economy. That focus is evident as Judy is the co-chair of Advanced CD, the governor in Connecticut's Economic Development Initiative, working with her co-chair, Amphenol CEO Adam Norwitt. Judy brings together the public sector, private sector, higher ed to promote training, workforce development, talent recruitment and retention, partnerships, and much more right here in Connecticut. Judy has a can-do spirit which permeates through all she does. It was certainly evident during the enormous challenges of COVID. She led the university with her signature grace and wit, as well as compassion and kindness. I regularly say about Judy when people tell me they don't know her, she's got a huge heart, and thank you for that, Judy. That wasn't in the script. With board-approved funding, not an easy decision during the pandemic, Judy greenlit construction of 4 new buildings, the 2 most recent of which opened up last month, and they're beautiful. Today, over 97% of Quinnipiac's graduates are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of getting their degree. 73% of seniors complete at least 1 internship, well above the national average. And this year, the Wall Street Journal ranked Quinnipiac among the top 100 best colleges in the U.S., 91st to be exact, and way ahead a lot of others in Connecticut, which I'm personally proud of. Thanks to Judy and all that you do and your support, Quinnipiac remains on an upward trajectory and continues to climb. Our future has never been brighter. And with that, it's my privilege to say, President Judy Olian, my dear friend, present you with the Quinnipiac Chamber's Lifetime Achievement Award in Advancing Educational Excellence and Economic Growth. Congratulations, Judy. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's do the picture. Thank you. I feel very short here.
Where is she?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Brad. I'm going to thank Brad in a moment, and thank you, Chamber. It's great to be here, and I feel very much at home. It's the Quinnipiac Chamber. We're Quinnipiac University. How many of you are Quinnipiac alums or have kids or family members that are alums? Yay, we love that. Thank you. I hope you're connected, and I hope you're members of the alumni community and contribute every year. Yeah. You know, when people say the word lifetime, it really feels like I'm old, because you have to have lived a long while to be getting something for a lifetime. But thank you for this wonderful honor. Brett, that was incredibly generous, and I thank you for wearing so many hats on Quinnipiac's behalf. You're an alumnus, a former chair of the alumni board. You're a dad, obviously, a trustee, and a very important trustee. Brett runs our investment committee, which is really important. Generous supporter. You're chair of our $160 million campaign. And your success in business, your leadership across the greater New Haven community is just one more way in which you lift the community. So thank you. We're proud to ride your coattails. I'm really delighted to be recognized here as the representative of Quinnipiac, my colleagues here who really deserve the recognition, and for what the university does in the community. I view this award as a celebration of our partnership with the region. It belongs to our entire community of faculty, staff, students, and alumni who are really embedded in the region, and you're just one example of that. As contributors to the well-being of neighborhoods, as employees, as voters, as business leaders, as taxpayers, as renters, consumers of services, as community leaders, and as longtime residents. We're all committed to lifting the quality of life and the economy of the region. I'm going to just acknowledge a couple of people as I lead into my remarks. I first want to acknowledge Bethany Zemba, our Vice President for Strategy and Community Relations. Give us a wave. She's been the university's beachhead into everything that's happening in communities around us. Bethany was the first person I hired, other than great CFO Mark Verholick, who was here already. But Bethany was my first hire around 7 years ago. And then, at the time, we were determined to become great neighbors, that the university would be seen as a force of good in the region. We wanted to be wanted and loved by our neighbors, and I think she's helped us accomplish that. Mayor Savoni, thank you for your leadership and for being a champion of both the Quinnipiac Chamber and our School of Law, which is, of course, your alma mater. Yeah. And we're grateful to First Selectman Mike Frieda. I don't think Senator Ciccarelli is here today. You're a wonderful leader. You're a wonderful leader. As you know, our campuses are located in both Hamden and North Haven, and we've definitely benefited from the fantastic relationships and collaboration with the community leaders of both towns. So thank you, Mike. Garrett, who isn't here, and he's got a very important event today, we love Garrett for his vision, energy, and tireless enthusiasm. And Renee, congratulations on your first great year. I can see that this is going to be an absolutely flourishing chamber and force of economic growth in the community. And finally, a shout out to our own John Bow. He's Assistant Dean of Quinnipiac School of Computing and Engineering, a Wallingford resident, and a proud Quinnipiac Chamber board member. So thank you for wearing all of those hats. I want to also congratulate the newly elected board members. I can tell you as a university president, one, as the leader, and Renee, I'm sure will endorse this, is very dependent on the quality of your board. And if you're fortunate, as I am, to have an outstanding board, Brett being one of them, you're already halfway down the field. That really propels you forward. So you've given us, and I say us, an award for advancing educational excellence and economic growth. And thank you for recognizing the inseparable link between the two, educational excellence and economic growth. One cannot happen without the other. Economic growth depends on having the right talent that can fuel the knowledge needs of companies that are growing, that are dependent on talent, that is both sufficient in numbers and also well aligned to companies' future needs around innovation, R&D, and whatever the service delivery or production of goods it is. We cannot be a region where people live healthy and productive lives unless they have jobs that support a strong quality of life, and you do that, where they are trained for those jobs, we hope we do that, where the company's successes fuel further opportunities, and where the necessary services surround them and are staffed by well-trained people who want to live there. And you're doing all of the above. And there's one extra important ingredient, and that's state government that provides a supportive and balanced framework that provides investments into these critical services. And we're fortunate to have that in Connecticut state government policies and its leaders. So it's really a tripartite partnership. If any of these ingredients is missing, jobs, education, healthcare, business, and citizen-friendly government, and yes, affordable energy and housing, regions die. We've seen that happen. People are not attracted to living there. They can't find sustainable means of living there. They can't afford it. So we each, the Quinnipiac Chamber and Quinnipiac University, play a critical role. You are each key to this region's vibrancy in fueling growth and economic well-being, and so are universities. The Connecticut Council of Independent Colleges, the CCIC, commissions an annual economic impact study to determine the economic direct and indirect impacts of each university. Things like the employment impact of the university, how many people have jobs there, what the spending is the result of their jobs, the university's purchase behavior and capital expenditures, the buying behavior of employees, students, and visitors that are attracted to the university who also spend. All of these ingredients are factored into the economic impact analysis. This year's 2025 economic impact analysis estimated QU's, Quinnipiac's, I always say QU, sorry, Quinnipiac's impact as $1.46 billion annually, and that we're responsible for over 11,500 jobs, directly and indirectly. All 14 independent, non-public colleges account for close to $20 billion in economic impact and nearly 150,000 jobs in the state. And of course, public universities provide a similar impact, though please note that the privates combined produce annually some more graduates than do the publics. We actually produce more graduates in the private universities. Quinnipiac built and completed 4 buildings that Brett mentioned over the last 5 years. Combined, they reflect over $350 million in capital investments. That is good for local businesses, good for the towns. I'll remind you, higher permit and pilot payments, and of course, good for the learning and living experiences of our students and for the scholarly research of our faculty. Higher education is one of the economic pillars of the state, along with healthcare and biosciences, finance and fintech, insurance and advanced manufacturing. All of these industries need talent and trained knowledge workers. The two go hand in hand. And as we said, economic growth and educational excellence are inseparable. Perhaps, not surprisingly, Connecticut is ranked #1 in the state for college graduates, for college readiness, number 3 for percent adults with graduate or professional degrees. This is in the nation, #1 and number 3. Number 6 for percent adults with bachelor's degrees or beyond. Number 9 for percent who are science, engineering, or health doctorate holders. We are a really educated state. QU prides itself on being a strong business partner to the myriad of businesses in the region. We're more agile and nimble than many. We embrace the marketplace and adjust to where the puck is headed. We do like hockey analogies at Quinnipiac. The first pillar of our strategic plan speaks directly to that, and I quote, that we aim to build an institution-wide mindset that prepares graduates for 21st century careers and citizenship. We have 9,500 students across 8 professional schools, plus our College of Arts and Sciences. Beyond in-class learning, we're laser focused on experiential and immersive learning, on internships, and on the rich learning opportunities that come from corporate partnerships, like we have with some of you in the room. M&T Bank, Hartford Healthcare and Midstate Hospital, the town of North Haven, the Regional Water Authority, Webster Bank, Liberty Bank, NBC Universal, Comcast, and Masada Care. We at Quinnipiac are a net importer of talent. Of our 70,000 alumni, about 40% reside in the state. That's well above the portion of students who come to us and are originally from Connecticut. So we cause people to love Connecticut once they come and to stay in the state. And as a state that really needs talent, that's a benefit. The students enroll, they receive a highly marketable and market-relevant education, and you offer them attractive, interesting employment opportunities during and at the completion of their studies. That's why they stay. We thank you for that. There is a reciprocal benefit that comes from these tight partnerships. Our students are way more ready when they graduate because of the exposure to you. You know who you're getting if you choose to hire them, so the beta, the volatility, the errors are minimized. And you're also able to partner with us in this process to co-create coursework and degrees that serve your current and your future needs as you anticipate them. Our business partnerships extend also into very active career fairs. Another shout out to John Bow, who is also the force behind one of the most active career fairs in Connecticut. The Connecticut Manufacturing, Engineering, and Technology Career Fair brings hundreds of businesses and students together from all over. It's Connecticut's only statewide manufacturing career fair that's free for employers and job seekers. Quinnipiac first hosted that fair in 2022, and we had, one should say, only moderate success. But when we partnered the next year with the Quinnipiac Chamber, attendance more than doubled, and it's been growing since. This is also an example of a three-way partnership because Connecticut's supportive government sector provided some critical funding from DECD, the Department of Economic and Community Development. So again, that three-way partnership. Here's another great example of a productive business partnership that we're delighted to announce will be launched this fall. The Chamber is launching a bi-monthly live podcast in partnership with Quinnipiac called Commerce and Community. It'll be hosted in our podcast studio on campus and produced by QU students earning credit. It'll feature you, local business voices, regional stories, and give students hands-on media experience. It's also terrific exposure, not just for our students in their internships, but for Chamber members. It's a great win-win. And one more, Brett mentioned that I co-chair Advanced CT, which is the governor's body to attract and retain businesses in the state of Connecticut. And my co-chair is the CEO of one of the largest Fortune 500 companies in the state, Amphenol, Adam Norwood. So that's a repetition of the story. Again, a partnership between business and talent development as critical for the economic growth and success of the state. Because we're market-focused and adaptable, and because of the partnerships with you, our students do exceptionally well in the marketplace, achieving some of the best 10-year employment outcomes in the country. Brett cited the employment rates after 6 months. In fact, we are ranked #1 in the nation in 10-year employment outcomes. After 10 years, who's employed best? And our alumni do really well. This is ranked by Zippia. because of the channels that you created for them to get that exposure. We've introduced a variety of new degrees and programs, thanks to our great provost, Deborah Leibowitz, because of the feedback from you, telling us where you're going to have talent needs. Programs like informatics, applied AI and data analytics, cybersecurity, all are relatively new offerings because of, again, where the puck is headed. I spoke about our business focus. We are also really proud to be good neighbors. There are countless ways, too many to mention, in which our students, faculty, and staff are embedded in the community. Here are just a few examples, if you'll indulge me. Last year, our students completed about 38,000 hours of community service, donated almost 500,000 to charitable causes, and through the Be Kind, Leave Food Behind program, they contributed 2.5 tons in leftover food to food banks. A donation from the university helped fund restoration of the tennis courts at Hampden High. We, through a voluntary contribution to North Haven, have underwritten upgrades to North Haven's fire department station. We've supported construction of accessible elementary school playscapes, a fire training facility, the high school track replacement in North Haven, and ice skates for the local Hampden rink. We've offered free clinics, and this is really important for people who can't afford it, in legal aid, in occupational therapy, physical therapy, and cardiac screening. We've opened our doors to elderly neighbors for QU Stride throughout the North Haven campus whenever it's too hot or too cold outside. You just do some quarter-mile circles through our campus. We've provided volunteer income tax assistance for individuals and families with annual incomes of less than $68,000. We, in 2025, processed over $400,000 in refunds, which were generated for something like 300 taxpayers. We added sustainable buildings and outdoor spaces across the entire campus. We've planted hundreds of new trees on campus and on Sleeping Giant. And our 4 buildings that Brett mentioned are all LEED Silver or Gold. And one other measure that I think you probably will appreciate of our good neighbor approach is reflected in our students' behavior. Our student orientation includes good neighbor guidelines, which is especially emphasized when students choose to live off campus after 3 years. It's not just behave properly, it's take your neighbor's garbage in, shovel the drive for your neighbor if it snows, etc. Complaints from members of the community, which are usually about excessive noise or partying, have plummeted by about 75% over the last 4 years to less than 20 a year. That's something we're really proud of. Our students have done well, and I again give credit to Bethany because she's led that with others from campus. So back to your generous award for educational excellence and economic growth. I hope I've demonstrated with some examples that we try to achieve both because they go hand in hand. And I'm speaking for all of the universities in Connecticut. My last point is about the future of higher education institutions. I hope that you see higher education as a force of good for this country and for the world. Not that we can't improve certain things about ourselves, sure we can. But when it comes to improving health and quality of life, lifting economic prosperity, reducing poverty, elevating community well-being, nurturing democratic governance with a small d, I think that many, maybe most, would agree that higher education has had very positive impacts on individual lives and on societal advancement. And even if you don't love the institution of higher education, there's a transactional element here. If universities begin to falter, the impact will be felt immediately in the communities that surround them. People will lose jobs and will have to pull back on spending, or even move. There'll be a slowdown in capital expenditures. Service providers around the universities will have much reduced businesses, and there'll be fewer visitors paying for hotels, restaurants, or healthcare or hair salons. So whether you support what higher education achieves or you enjoy the economic advantages that they generate for a community, I ask that you consider the current threats to the success and survival of universities. In the Quinnipiac poll released yesterday, which is comprised of a carefully constructed random, and I emphasize random, sample of respondents, one of the questions asked was how the president was handling various issues like the economy, immigration, the Ukrainian war, and universities. On universities, the responses were that 37% approved of his handling, 54% disapproved of his handling of universities, and 9% did not offer an opinion. I leave that simply as food for thought. I hope that I've been persuasive that universities, and in particular Quinnipiac, are an important partner to you and to communities in which we're located. In fact, we see ourselves as something of a workforce development arm of the state. We attract talent into Connecticut from other parts of the country, and then we retain that talent in the state through programs that are in demand in the marketplace and through the wonderful partnerships that we have with you. Thank you again for the honor of the Lifetime Achievement Award, and thank you for seeing Quinnipiac, our entire university, as worthy of an award recognizing both educational excellence and economic growth. I'm especially pleased because we see both as our purposes. I'm certain that the partnership between Quinnipiac University and the Quinnipiac Chamber will continue to flourish. We need each other, and we thrive when we are both successful. It's been a real privilege to serve as Quinnipiac's president and to partner with all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Judy, thank you so much. The partnership is, and feelings are totally mutual. We're going to greatly miss you, and we wish you the absolute best with your future endeavors. But our relationship is going to ever continue to keep on growing when it comes to the Quinnipiac University. The partnership, as Judy let the cat out of the bag about the fact that we are going to be going and hosting a live podcast that will be on campus. It's a perfect collaboration with the university. Understanding the value of the students in order for students, the future generation, to understand what the Chamber is about as well is of importance. Often at times when I ask a student what they think of Chamber of Commerce is they think the fact that we're part of the government. Well, I guess in some way I can see that, but it's great to be able to have that partnership, and the other university that will be doing the other bi-monthly will be also with Southern University. So we found the importance of bringing that future generation into the fold and having that collaborative relationship together, and I'm extremely excited about working with the students at both the universities and utilizing their podcast space and highlighting all the businesses such as yours. If you are interested in that, do feel free to go ahead and reach out to us because we're very excited to launch that in the fall. So I would like to go ahead and now start the program of our awardees. It was a very difficult year. We had some amazing nominations that were submitted, and thank you all who have done that. It does not get any easier. This is the second year that I've had to go through nominations, and it is hard because we have such amazing business communities in North Haven and Wallingford and some of the surrounding towns. The businesses are really impactful in what they're doing, and I'm very excited to celebrate each of the awardees today. I'd like to bring Mary Hudemish from Holy Chrome to present our Business Leadership Award. Mary?
Thank you, Renee. Thank you, everyone. It's wonderful to be here today. Whoops. and the first calamity. I'm going to actually put these glasses on because I think maybe in the 83 I may need that too. So again, thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. We're delighted to be able to be together to celebrate all the award honorees today. Again, my name's Mary Hudematch. I'm the Talent Acquisition Manager for Holochrome. We're located right here in Wallingford, and we are a division of Fastenal Manufacturing. Holochrome, just a little bit about us, has been at the forefront of fastener innovation, and we've been in business since 1929 and was acquired by Fastenal in 2009. Again, our location is in Wallingford, Connecticut, and we manufacture over 100 million parts each year that we're very proud to say is done right here in Wallingford. I'm delighted to present the Business Leadership Award. The Business Leadership Award honors an exemplary business that is innovative in business practices, continuously looking for ways to be invested in the community relations, provides outstanding customer service, orientation, and exceptional employee management and engagement. This year's, this year's Business Leadership Award is presented to Honeywell. In March, Honeywell CT 13 Northford was recognized for the greatest year-over-year performance improvement among manufacturing sites. This award reflects significant transformation in key areas like employee safety, product quality, timely deliveries, and cost efficiency. These improvements result from strong leadership, strategic vision, and commitment to excellence. The leadership team has fostered a culture of accountability, innovation, and continuous improvement, enabling the site to exceed expectations and set new standards. By adopting advanced quality control, optimizing workflows, and enhancing employee engagement, Honeywell CT13 has shown the power of a unified team. Notably, the site set a new record for consecutive days without a recordable incident, and in my world, that's amazing, underscoring its commitment to employee well-being and solidifying its leadership and operational excellence. Please join me in our congratulating Honeywell for being selected as this year's Business Leadership Award recipient.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this award. I'm humbled and I'm also very honored to receive this award on behalf of 540 employees that work out of our Norfolk facility. At Honeywell, we design, manufacture, and distribute life-saving equipment. These are very sophisticated and state-of-the-art fire detecting and fire controlling units that go in large buildings, from airports to hospitals to universities. And the function of this equipment is to make sure the lives are protected as well as property. So we're very proud of what we do here in Connecticut. And we're also very happy to receive this recognition. We're committed to the community, employing 540 people from this area. And we've been here for decades. Honeywell has been the owner of that business for over 2.5 decades, and we have plans to be here forever. So we thank you for this recognition, and we're honored to receive this award. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Bianca Rapuano, and I am a senior account executive at Hearst Connecticut Media Group. So excited and privileged to be presenting this specific award today. Last year, Hearst Connecticut acquired the Record Journal, a legacy local news outlet that has been a cornerstone in this region for generations. This partnership has given the Record Journal an even stronger share of voice, backed by Hearst, statewide reach, expanded resources, and cutting-edge marketing capabilities. Together, we're not only informing the public, but also helping local businesses and organizations bring their brands to life by connecting them with the right audiences in meaningful, measurable ways. I've had the privilege of working professionally with Lumability and can personally attest to the incredible work they do for people of all backgrounds and abilities across Connecticut. Their commitment to empowering individuals through personalized support and innovative services is both inspiring and essential. Lumability is a leading nonprofit in human services, enhancing skills and transforming lives of individuals with diverse abilities in Connecticut. For nearly 70 years, it has supported over 2,000 children and adults annually through various programs. Their person-centered approach fosters independence and opportunities for achievements. Lumability's offerings include Kid Steps, birth to 3, adult services, transitional and employment programs, assistive technology, and community supports. Lumability empowers individuals and strengthens communities statewide. Their work is a powerful reminder that when we invest in people, we invest in a stronger, more inclusive future for all. Please join me in congratulating Lumability. Accepting this award is CEO Denise Davio. Denise, please join me. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. On behalf of all of us at Lumability, thank you to the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce for this recognition. We are so proud to be recognized as Nonprofit of the Year. You may or may not know, but we spent most of our history as Sarah Inc. It was, we rebranded last July to Lumability, a name that reflects our long-term vision and continued growth. And if you're wondering, it's a fusion word. We made one up. After 3 years of looking, what should we be? We decided to make up our own word, and it really does capture what we do. Illuminate and ability, what we do with both the people we serve and our staff. And we're very excited about how it represents who we are. While our name has changed, our mission remains the same, to enhance skills and transform the lives of children and adults with disabilities, with differing abilities across the state. We want to extend our congratulations to all of this year's well-deserving honorees. Thank you to our community partners, board of directors, staff, supporters, and everyone involved in helping us realize our mission. We can't do this alone, and your partnerships make our impact possible. We're honored to serve this region and remain deeply committed to the people we serve and the communities we call home. Thank you.
Get this. Congratulations for this.
Good afternoon. I'm Tara Knapp, and I am the Vice President for External Affairs at Gaylord Specialty Healthcare. And I just want to give you a little background on who Gaylord is in case you are unfamiliar. We were founded in 1902 as a tuberculosis sanatorium. But since then, we have grown into a comprehensive healthcare system that includes a 137-bed hospital, 5 outpatient locations. We have a residency program with the University of Connecticut. We offer a CNA academy. We have a research institute. We have a transitional living facility for people with brain injuries. And we also have the largest adaptive sports program in the New England area. But this isn't about me today. This is about our next, I need my glasses because I too am 83. That joke's going to go all day, I'm sure. But I am here to talk about another organization and their extraordinary effort and outcomes. This year's Diversity and Inclusion Award goes to Capital for Change, C4C. Capital for Change is a community development financial institution based in Wallingford.
It was created in 2016 through a merger of 3 regional community development financial institutions to better serve our state. By combining their capital, lending programs, services, and expertise, they are able to better serve low and moderate income communities. With the backing of their community-focused investors and partners, they support individuals, nonprofits, small businesses, and public institutions. Their high-impact programs and products broaden access to affordable housing, energy efficiency, and job opportunities for underserved communities. Tim Newsom, the Marketing and Communications Officer, please come forward to accept this award on behalf of C4C. Congratulations.
Thank you all. I stand here today on the behalf of our CEO, Diane Smith, and our board of directors. And again, it is truly a privilege to be recognized for such an award. At C4C, we pride ourselves on fostering an environment of diversity and inclusion. Our dedicated team, although small, embodies more than 13 countries and cultures, allowing us to learn from one another each and every day. After all, diversity is a beautiful thing. One of our guiding principles, thank you. One of our guiding principles is community, serving, building, and thriving together. This is the foundation of our approach at C4C. Our organization has a rich history that actually dates back to the 1960s, when we advocated against racial discrimination in housing. Today, C4C and its board of directors remain committed to this mission, making meaningful strides toward advancing equality and inclusion. So we don't just throw it around, we actually live it. We are dedicated to ensuring fair and equitable housing and financing opportunities for underserved communities throughout Connecticut. Again, on the behalf of our CEO, Diane Smith, and our esteemed board of directors, I extend my heartfelt thanks for this award. Thank you.
Afternoon. My name is Gary Fapiano. I'm here representing the Wallingford Rotary Club for the Legacy Impact Community Award. And I'm also a Quinnipiac graduate, Judy. Anyways, and so is the person who's speaking after me. Anyways, for those of you who don't know Mark Gingras, you missed out on the gift of a wonderful human being. I've known Mark since 1995 when I was being sponsored by another dear friend, Tom Collette, to join the Wallingford Rotary Club. And Mark at that point obviously already had his legacy at the Rotary Club. He was a past president. He had already had his Paul Harris Fellowship and was voted Rotarian of the Year. This is a human being that lived the Rotary pillar of service above self. Mark always looked for something that needed to be fixed. If he saw an opportunity, both here in Wallingford or anywhere else around the world, he used his generosity, but more importantly, his business savvy to jump in and guide that program. And if you were part of that team, you were happy to be on that team. But more importantly, what I always remember and what I always cherish is Mark and I had a quarterly business luncheon mentoring program. Mark was very well established. I was establishing my business. And he was always the warmest person to be around and to sit and talk. And he had this booming laugh that would just light up the room. And day by day, no matter when you met him, he always had a little tidbit of something about you or your family or an incident. And I always found that really odd because he always had a paper calendar. He wrote everything down. Never had a phone, it seemed like, on any of these things. But Mark always made you feel like you were the most important person in the room. And that's something that stays forever. And I see that today. That legacy lives on, obviously, in his lovely wife, Chris, and Margot, and Bryn, and something I will always cherish. I'm going to bring Tim up to talk a little bit more about some of the other programs he was involved in.
Thanks, Gary. My name is Tim Ryan, and fortunately I knew Mark since we were kids. A fantastic man, and I'm just pleased that I'm able to share some comments about him today. I want to thank the Quinnipiac Chamber for not forgetting Mark. All right? Sometimes in life you do a lot, and I always say sometimes memories are short. Memories shouldn't be short to people who are community stewards, especially the type of person and community steward Mark was. I'm going to zero in on one word with Mark, and that is that Mark cared. He cared about everything he did. He cared about everything he touched. First and foremost, his beautiful family. Chris, Bryn, and Margot, he cared so much. He worked so hard to make sure that they had a life that they could be proud of and enjoy. I hearken back. I was initially going to say, both Mark's daughters are very accomplished athletes. And I say, and they grew up with my daughters who were athletes as well. And initially said, we went to hundreds of games, hundreds. And I said, it was thousands, Margot, wasn't it? We were always going around someplace to another game to support the family. So first and foremost, he cared so much about his family. Mark cared about this community. He was a community steward, as Gary mentioned, like none other. I've heard it mentioned by prior people up here, just to get involved. Mark was involved. He was involved with almost everything you could ask. Next time you're up in the center of town and you're in Simpson Court and you see those beautiful planters in Simpson Court along North Main Street, think of Mark. He made those happen. If you go across Simpson Court, the alleyways that reach down to Holy Trinity School, that back parking lot, you'll see period lighting in those alleyways. Thanks to Mark. He loved the downtown. He loved our town center. And he worked diligently to make sure that it was different. We used to call it our unique, sustainable advantage that we have a town center. So many communities don't. And he poured his heart into making sure that ours was special. Those of you who knew Mark knew that he didn't take no for an answer very easily. So, when he put his foot down, he put his foot down. And there's this age-old debate in Wallingford about the town center, whether we don't have enough parking. We have plenty of parking. We don't have, it just went on and on. Mark just got tired of it one day and said, we're gonna solve this one way or the other. And he formed a little group. It wasn't government related. It was a group of volunteers, some business people. He said, work with me. We're going to identify every single parking spot in the town center, and then we're going to label them so that people know that they're public parking. So if you go behind the buildings on Center Street, go behind the town hall for that matter, some buildings across the South Main Street, you'll see that the lines in the parking lots are painted green. That's Mark Gingras, all right? So he just took that upon himself to say, I love my town, I'm tired of the debate, we're going to fix this once and for all. There's a lot of parking spaces in downtown. So, in addition to that, loved this family, loved this community. Mark was the chairman of the board of Liberty Bank for a long time, and he loved that bank, and he worked very hard for that bank. He saw that bank through growth, exponential growth, while he was chairman of the board. But Mark is a community guy, community rooted, and if you notice the Liberty Bank motto today, for those of you who know it, be community kind. No matter how big we got, I serve on the board and we have several directors here at the table with us today. We all work with Mark. towards that goal. And no matter how big we got, he'd always say, we're not going to forget where we started. We're a community bank, and we're going to make sure that we preach and we act like a community bank. We're going to give back to the communities that we serve, and we do. Through the Liberty Bank Foundation, Mark was a champion of formulating the Liberty Bank Foundation and a champion of funding the Liberty Bank Foundation, which now gives out over $2 million a year out of the Liberty Bank Foundation to communities that Liberty Bank serves. Mark was a champion for that. So I thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some thoughts about a truly, truly great guy, a great friend, and in Mark Gingras. And I thank the Quinnipiac Chamber again for remembering and not forgetting. And I would ask that you guys do the same. Don't forget Mark. He's a great guy. We should all take a chapter out of his book in terms of caring and employing ourselves in making Wallingford an even better place, because it's already a great place. Thanks very much.
My name's Margot Gingras. I'm sorry. I did not expect this at all. So I texted my sister and was like, you need to write me a speech in 10 minutes. So for those who don't know, it's my mom, Chris. My sister is Bryn, and she's a much better writer than I am. So thank you so much for this award in honor of my father. It was just over a year ago we were in this room. We gathered in this very room to celebrate his life and the impact he made on so many. I'm touched and frankly blown away to be in the company of so many of you in this room. So many of you had made impact on our community in various ways. For those of you who knew my dad, you would know how much this award would have meant to him. Because to him, the most important things in life were my mom, my family, or his family, his faith, and his community, in that order. He strived and always committed to serving our community, whether through the Chamber of Commerce, Liberty Bank, United Way, Rotary, or Wallingford's Economic Development Commission, ringing the bell outside grocery stores for the Salvation Army, heck, even selling candy and other concessions at our basketball games on the weekends. He truly believed in you help other attitude. The favors will return. He instilled that in me and my sister growing up. And while working side by side for him in our dedicated business of G&G Beverage located here in Wallingford. I know firsthand how difficult it is to run a business. But please know I feel great value and understanding. I am not doing so in a silo. The work of this chamber allows all of us to promote and support each other. I know it's something my dad appreciated, and as do I. My family and I are incredibly humbled by this award, and in his honor, we thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nick Rico. I'm the general manager at Infometals here in Wallingford. We just celebrated our 35th anniversary here in Wallingford, and I was lucky enough to get into this position about a year ago, and it's been an exciting. I can't even put it into words. I got my team over here with me. It's been awesome. We're growing. I was thinking about how to put this into words, but we've recently expanded across Midwest. We used to be just Infometals, and now we're called the Info Group. And 48 locations, I think it is. It's our president is over now. We have about, I don't know, maybe 15 in the Info Group, and about 1,400 employees. We sell structural steel, so many different products across the board. If you guys ever need anything, come down and see me. Nikki's our sales manager. She'll help you any way she can. And I am up here to present an award for, let me start from the beginning, sorry. It is my pleasure to tell you about today's Emerging Business Award winner, 619 Supper Club. 619 Supper Club emerged through the collaboration of friends, the backing of their families, extensive experience in the restaurant industry, and deep passion for hospitality. 619 honors San Diego, California, the place where their executive chef embarked on his culinary path. Their aim is to become not just your preferred new dining spot, but also a sophisticated social venue. Its elegant design is enhanced by a menu that is both inventive and accessible. 619 offers American cuisine with a distinctive West Coast twist. While primarily catering to the dinner crowd, it also serves lunch on select days and exceptional brunch on weekends. They're committed to delivering distinctive dishes, creative cocktails, and an overall delightful experience. Accepting this award on behalf of 619 Supper Club is owner Dana Mora. Please congratulate Dana Mora in her award. Sorry.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dana. I'm one of the owners down at 619 on South Colony in Wallingford. The quick story, a little bit of to piggyback on what Nick had said, is I am born and raised in New Haven and had most of my experience over here on the East Coast. In 2015, life took me to San Diego, where I met my husband, who is the executive chef at 619. And 3 years ago, we moved back here to Brantford. We weren't really looking for a restaurant, to be honest. It was always the goal, right? We think we have a great product. You think you have a great idea, but we had never made the jump. And then in 2023, somebody brought that space to our attention and said, you know, I think you could really do something down here. So we look at it 3, 4, 5 times. Again, not being from Wallingford, we were a little hesitant, but we're like, no, it's the time. Let's try. So to hear us get emerging business, I mean, it truly is a blessing. You believe in the brand more, just as much as we do, right? It's about connecting. It's about delivering this experience. Of course, we're doing it through food, through beverage, through our design. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, it's hospitality. We really want to connect with every single one of you coming through the door. I hope that we're around for a lot of years. Again, the last year and a half has been fantastic. The community has been so accepting, so appreciative, so welcoming. I really am blown away. And it's not only me, it's of course my husband, it's of course our team. We really do eat, breathe, and sleep hospitality. So if you haven't dined with us, I hope you do. If you do dine with us, thank you very much. And I just look forward to more memories that we make with all of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Kyle Eagleson, President and CEO of Guilford Savings Bank, soon to be Ascend Bank. And I'm here to present the Excellence in Education Award. Before I do that, just want to touch on a few common themes. For over 150 years, we've believed that serving our communities starts with attracting and educating the very best people. Our upcoming merger with Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank and the opening of our new operations campus, 35,000 square feet right here in Wallingford, mark major investments. With these investments, we're empowering people to drive innovation and deliver better experiences for our clients. Education, whether in a classroom, a career center, or at Ascend Bank, fuels opportunities for everyone. That's why it's a great pleasure and a privilege to present this year's Excellence in Education Award. With several submissions, it's evident there are a lot of great educators. Educators come in several forms. For Workforce Alliance, they look at educating the workforce generation. They look at potential in individuals and strive to give them the tools to be competitive in the workplace. Workforce Alliance is a developmental board serving South Central Connecticut. For over 20 years, they're preparing thousands for employment, assisting businesses with hiring, guiding economic transactions, collaborating with local businesses to define the hiring needs. They offer educational programs, support re-employment, skill building, and career readiness. They're aligning the industries with the hiring needs. Key initiatives include Skill Up for manufacturing. This provides a stipend, pre-apprenticeship, OSHA 10 cards, Six Sigma certification, and job placement within the manufacturing sector. One specialty program they have is the CEO Project, a free program for youth in Greater New Haven and Middlesex counties, offering career exploration, resume building, leadership workshops, practical experience through internships and training. Accepting this award on behalf of Workforce Alliance is Bobby Brown. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bobby Brown. I have the privilege of serving as the Director of Communications and Development for Workforce Alliance. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today at the 83rd Annual Meeting for the Business Awards Luncheon. Our CEO, Bill Villano, could not be with us this afternoon, but he sends his love and his congratulations to all other honorees. We are proud and humbled to accept this education award and honor to speak to the very hearts of the work that we do, empowering people through opportunity and transforming lives through education. At Workforce Alliance, we walk alongside individuals that are returning to the workforce, parents re-entering the workforce while raising children, veterans navigating civil transitions and overcoming personal setbacks, and everyday people who are looking for a second chance to thrive. Their journeys are courageous, their goals are ambitious, and their success depends on the access to education. But when we say education, we do not just mean degrees. We mean workforce training, certifications, apprenticeships, digital literacy, support systems that meet people where they are and move them forward. Education is a catalyst. It unlocks doors, it rebuilds confidence, and it creates economic mobility and ripples far beyond one person. It changes families, it strengthens neighborhoods, and it transforms a region. Today, recognition is not just about our team, and we have one of our business services leaders here with us, Mr. Steve. It's not just our team, it's for our partners, our employers, and the community leaders like those that are in this room. And every individual deserves those two success. On behalf of everyone at Workforce Alliance, we thank the Quinnipiac Chamber for honoring us and providing us an opportunity to continue the work that we do. We look forward to continued partnerships. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Karen Delvecchio, and I am the Business Development Manager with Pat Munger Construction. We are a commercial and industrial general contractor located in Brantford. I'm here today with a couple of my colleagues, just a few of our 85-plus employees, our marketing manager, Liz Tula, who is the yin to my yang, and also our summer intern, who's a business major. And I thought, what better way for him to see what a business world is like than to come to a chamber event? So we're happy to have him chat with us today, too. So I want to thank the Chamber team for everything they do here, all the support that you give to the business community. I'm honored to serve on the board and the executive committee, and we really value all the partnerships and connections we make here through the Chamber. And for those of you not familiar with Munger Construction, as I said, we're a commercial and industrial general contractor. We work with business owners and facility managers across Connecticut to improve their spaces. So whether it's additional space to accommodate company growth or renovations to utilize space more efficiently, we partner with our customers to help them identify the construction solutions that create the environments that work best for them. And we work all over the state, but we have numerous customers and projects right here in Wallingford and North Haven. And I won't give the list, but I'm going to highlight a couple of recent ones. We recently worked with the town of North Haven on a new fire apparatus storage building. It's the most recent in many projects we've done with the team at North Haven, and we hope we'll do more. And we also are just finishing the 35,000 square feet that Kyle mentioned for Guilford Savings Bank. So really proud to be a part of their growth story. And on behalf of everyone at Munger, congratulations to all of today's award winners. It's always inspiring to see the amazing work being done in our community. And a special shout out to 2 Munger customers that are receiving awards today, or have received. Lumability for their nonprofit award, very well deserved. And our next awardee, Blue Trail Range. They are receiving this year's Shining Star Small Company Award, and it's a big year for them. Blue Trail Range Corporation is marking its 80th anniversary this year. Situated near the Durham town line, it initially served as the testing site for Lyman gun products before transitioning into a commercial shooting range in 1945. The president and owner, Deborah Lyman, has been a nationally ranked small bore shooter and a lifelong advocate for shooting sports. She possesses numerous instructional credentials, holds national small bore records, and is highly active in managing and promoting youth shooting competitions. Blue Trail Range features both indoor and outdoor shooting ranges, a retail firearms store, a shotgun field, and a training center. They host the Nutmeg State Games and High School State Rifle Championships and support local civic and charitable organizations. Blue Trail Range provides a variety of services, including indoor and outdoor ranges, multiple state pistol permit certifications, private lessons, and youth education. Please help me in welcoming Deborah Lyman to accept this year's Shining Star Small Company Award.
Thank you, Karen, and the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce. It's truly an honor to accept this award on behalf of the entire staff of Blue Trail Range. Our success would not be possible without recognizing that every thriving company has a good team in place. Key staff joining me in the audience tonight are Kyle Overture, for General Manager at the back there, Joe Ruggiero, which I can't look at him because he always makes us smile. He's our Assistant Manager and Sales Manager, and Justin Genovese, our Office Manager. I worked for over 30 years in a Fortune 500 company, and I more than anybody can recognize that if you don't have a good office manager, the place just doesn't run. When ownership of the family business unexpectedly landed in my hands, I knew a focus on education, capital improvements, an updated website, and social media presence, along with the community involvement, were necessary to succeed. We joined the Chamber and quickly saw the benefits of being a member. Initially, it was meeting with other businesses, but when COVID hit in 2020, staff from the Chamber hand-delivered testing kits to our facility for COVID. Ever since, we have been a strong supporter, hosting women's networking events, connecting over coffee, and the Leads Working Group. Blue Trail Range is a commercial shooting range, firearms retail store, and most importantly, a training center. And this year we are celebrating, as Karen mentioned, being in business in the Wallingford community for over 80 years. We provide the public a safe and reasonably priced venue to enjoy all aspects of the shooting sports. We also offer a wide range of safety training, including the course necessary to apply for a pistol permit. In the last 5 years, nearly 7,000 people from New Haven community have gone through our pistol permit class. I grew up in Alaska and have been involved in the shooting sports all of my life. I've seen firsthand the benefits that shooting sports can provide to student athletes. It's not a jock sport. Everybody's not a jock. I'm very proud that we continue to offer and support youth and high school rifle teams, which our Honorable Mayor Vincent Cervoni is a graduate from Xavier Rifle Team. One of our year's graduates this year is also off in 2 weeks to attend the U.S. Air Force Academy. We're very proud of her. Being a reasonable member of the firearms industry, we recognize that we have a responsibility to promote safe firearms ownership to it. So our staff constantly participates in initiatives and training that target the illegal sale of firearms, safe storage programs, and suicide prevention. Being a small business owner, especially in the firearms industry, is very challenging in this state, but being a member of the Chamber has allowed us to showcase our facility and our programs. We are honored to be recognized by the Chamber today as being a valued member of the community. Thank you, Chamber of Commerce and Karen, for recognizing us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Alicia Perzanowski from Olbrich Steel. Olbrich is a fourth-generation family-owned global supplier of stainless steel, special metals, and wire products, headquartered in North Haven, Connecticut, with about 700 employees globally. I am pleased and honored to be announcing our final award recipient for Shining Star Large Company, and the award goes to Sims Metal. Sims Metal's operations purchase and process end-of-life metal and electronic materials, subsequently selling them as raw materials to steel mills and secondary smelters. The company's geographically diverse operations extend across North America, Australasia, and the United Kingdom, forming an integrated network that ranges from small yards to multi-model facilities with deep water port access. Their facilities are equipped to handle a broad spectrum of non-ferrous and ferrous metals, leveraging years of experience to manage any project for your business. They serve accounts both internationally and nationally and procure materials from scrap metal dealers worldwide. Sims Metal is dedicated to the community, supporting local educators, schools, charities, and community and environmental organizations globally. Many of their employees reside in the communities where they operate, and their commitment to being a good neighbor is evident through their actions. Whether organizing local e-cycle events, distributing water on hot days to parade goers, or providing school supplies to local elementary schools, Sims Metal is devoted to actively enhancing the local community. Accepting the award on behalf of Sims Metal is Mike Kiwanis. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Sims Metal, I'd like to thank the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for Olbrich Stainless for the nice, kind words. Being this year's large company Shining Star recipient is something that Sims is very proud of. Sims Metal, we are the world's largest metal recycling company currently. In Connecticut, we operate within 4 facilities within Connecticut, with our primary hub location being in North Haven, Connecticut. As a metal recycling company, we serve the majority of the transfer stations and municipalities throughout New England and the manufacturing community. There are actually a lot of the businesses that that are part of the Quinnipiac Chamber of Commerce that we actually do a lot of business through. Nucor Steel, Olbrich Stainless, Infra Metals Indirect. We would like to talk about that, Nick. As a metal recycling company, our mission is very simple, but it is vital. We collect end of life materials, given a chance for them to be repurposed and reused. Every truckload of material that we take in and process is a larger commitment to sustainability, innovation, and the future of our planet. Just as importantly, it is a commitment to our local economy. At Sims, we believe in strong communities are built on a partnership, support, and shared commitment to growth. This is why we've made it a priority to remain engaged with the chamber, whether it's supporting the first selectman in his town address, or whether it was getting the business expo on the green off for the first year and the second year. We look forward to continuing our support through the Quinnipiac Chamber, the business community, and the towns that we call home. So thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Can we give all the award winners a round of applause again? I am asking the award winners just to stay afterwards for some photos, so please come designate over towards this way. Don't leave the room. I'd love to get some photos of everybody together. I would love to thank the Quinnipiac Chamber staff, Maribel, Matt, and Gary. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be as successful as I am what I'm doing each and every single day to give back to our community. And thank you to the Greater New Haven staff that's here as our support as well, as they're always by our side and supporting each other. And thank you again to all of our sponsors. I do want to mention that we do have our upcoming golf tournament on August 11th. So if you are a golfer, please reach out to Gary, as we have very limited spots available for that. And our third annual North Haven Festival and Business Expo, Sims Metal is also going to be the sponsor now for our third year in a row. Thank you so much, Sims, for being our sponsor of that, coming up in September on the 20th. And we also have our Women's Achievement Awards that's taking place on October 29th. And we'd love to thank the farms for this beautiful venue and the food that was provided today in the service. Let's give the team a round of applause from the farms. Thank you. Thank you, Rich. And now I'd like to give away the 40,000 frequent flyer miles that does go to at least probably 2 airline tickets. If you look inside your program, in the very back side where the thank you to our annual investors, there is a star on that last page, the second to last page right there. If you look inside your program, there should be a gold star. Please look at the other programs on your table if you have some empty ones. I do know that it is there. Does anybody have a gold star? No, it's on the second to last page, the investor page. Congratulations, Joe. Joe, go and see Maribel before the end of the day. Oh, Maribel has it for you, so she'll be able to give you those frequent flyer miles. I thank you all again. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our sponsors. And again, please stay afterwards for networking and socializing. Have a great evening.